Well, happy Tuesday and welcome to my Happy Stamping Studio. My name is Judy Anderson from judystamps.com, and I'd like to welcome my live viewers as well as those of you watching on replay. Today we're doing another fun fold card. It's a pinwheel card with a surprise inside. So we are going to be using the With You in Mind stamp set, and we will be using the Wildflower Birthday 12 by 12 Specialty Designer Series paper. Now, this paper comes with 2 sheets of stickers, and we'll be using those to decorate today. In fact, the only stamping we're going to be doing is the Happy Birthday today. And the rest of it is going to be done with Designer Series paper and the die cuts that I punched out. So the With You in Mind stamp set is a set of 9 stamps, and it has large sentiment, which you guys know I love large sentiments as well as mixed fonts. And then we have some fun little embellishing, is what I call them, embellishing stamps to stamp on our cards. So we're going to be using the Happy Birthday. And here is one of the sheets, and I've chosen this sheet of the Specialty Designer Series paper. It's got cakes on one side and stripes on the other. We're going to be using both sides. And then we have our mats and our card base. And then I have all those die cuts that I punched out previously and put in here because I find that I can just go in here and grab what I need. So we're going to start today with our fun fold and doing that portion of the card. Now for this, I have a 6x6 Designer Series paper that I cut down. You could use 6x6 paper also. And you want to make sure that both sides coordinate together with what you are doing in your card. And we're going to take this and we are going to score at 1.5 inches on all 4 sides. Now you want to be careful, sorry, when scoring your Designer Series paper because you don't want to rip through it. I'm going to grab a piece of gum. One of my customers, my club members told me chew a piece of gum, it'll help you. So we're going to try that today. So we're going to score this at 1.5 inches on all 4 sides. And remember, that's the light gray blade on your trimmer. Pick that up and go 1.5 again. It's just easier to remember that 1.5 inches. And turn it around. We are going to make a full-size card, which is 4.25 by 5.5 today, but you could do a square card that measures 4.25 by 4.25 if you wanted. Okay, so we have that 1.5 inches on all 4 sides. Next, what I want to do is I want to take my paper snips and I want to cut out the 4 squares on the outside. And you want to make sure that you cut in that score line or cut the entire score line off. And we're just going to do all 4 of those. Just like this. And I'm going to keep those pieces because, you know, I do my cards with scraps on them. And, you know, some of them have a full birthday card. This one doesn't, so I'd have to use the striped side for that. But I'm sure I can come up with a card using these scraps. And just go down on those score lines. These make fun cards for adults and children. I have had adults just love these cards. You would think that the kids, the children, would be the ones that really respond to this special fold today. I can tell here, this one I got to trim a little bit. But I can tell you, adults love this too. Okay, so now the first thing we're going to do is we're going to take our bone folder. You're going to decide which you want for the inside and which you want for the outside. I want the cakes on the inside. So I am going to be folding these in using my bone folder to burnish that score line and go around, and I want to make sure that that goes down flat. If it doesn't, we have to trim that just a little bit. And this one, I can tell I need to trim just a little bit because it's not going to go flat down. This end here, I left part of that score line. So just trim it with your snips. Fold it. And burnish that line. Oh, and the rest of them were all good. Okay, so we have that. So now what you want to do is you want to hold it, you want to set this down so that if it's a directional paper, your direction is in the direction that you want it to be. We're going to fold this one down, and then we're going to fold the right corner. Okay, and we want to make sure we get all the way down to that corner here and fold that down. Now, because this is more of an open pattern, we might not get a lot of pattern on this. Then we're going to fold this down. Once again, that right side, fold it down so it's at the edge here, all the way to that corner. Press and burnish with your bone folder. We're going to repeat this 4 times. Okay. Here we go. So now we want to fold these in, and we want that flat, that folded edge to be over that flap. So I'm actually kind of doing this backwards, but I should have started on this end. And then we're just going to tuck this down. And we want to make sure it's like that. And so then they're going to pull right here. And when they pull this one, it kind of opens it up, and then they will open it up. So that is your pinwheel fold. Okay, so now we're going to continue with creating the card. We'll set that to the side. And we're going to take our card base and fold on our score line, burnish that. And I know some of you like to do like what I call tent cards, so it's up this way. I like doing these cards because there's some weight to it so that your card stands up like this. Okay, then we have our mat. So we are going to adhere our mats. And I chose Pretty in Pink and the soft seafoam. And these are just a little bit more than a 1/4 inch in difference in sizes. Now we're going to take our, let's do it this way, and tuck this one under. We want to make sure that it's facing in the right direction, which our cakes are. We want to add some adhesive to this. Oops. Make sure you put enough adhesive on, because remember this card is going to be moving, and we're just going to center that right onto our mat. Okay, we'll put this on our card front in a minute. We're going to stamp next. So we're going to take that, and I want my happy birthday. And my black. Put this down here. I like to line it up That goes this way. Okay, I am going to be using Misty Moonlight. Let me know, how are you guys doing today? The sun's shining this morning. It's a beautiful day out here. Did you do anything exciting over the weekend? And we're going to do this happy birthday right up a little bit because we're going to be decorating this. Okay, so we've got that. Let's close our ink up. You'll find that this card goes together rather quickly. Oops, I picked the one that's almost empty, of course. Oh, I think most of them are mostly empty. I spent Friday night, Dave was a little bit tired, so we were watching TV. So I grabbed out some of my scrapbooking workshop kits this last Friday night. And Friday night, in about 5 hours, I did 3 packs of workshops, and each pack makes 3 12 by 12 layouts, 2-page layouts. So I made 9 layouts in under 5 hours. Okay, I'm just centering this in, and I cut it so it was just a little bit smaller here. Look, I got ink on there. How did I get ink on there? Who knows? We're going to fix that. We've got our cupcake here, and I am going to take my cupcake, and I'm just going to ink up the bottom part of that and put that right here. Look how I cover that. Then I'm going to clean off my stamp, and I am going to use the Pretty in Pink on the frosting. Now you may be thinking, Judy, why don't you just use your Stampin' Write markers? You know, you've taught us how to omit and color our stamps with the markers, but I'm going to tell you, I find that the photopolymer using your Stampin' Write markers doesn't work as well. I went a little bit over, so whoops, my block's wet. I'm just going to take my finger, click that off. So I am just going to go right like this, just like a 2-step stamp. And look at that. Voila. No more opportunity there. Okay, so let's fold this. We're going to fold it so round this way. Tuck this under. It's going in the right direction. And remember, they're going to be pulling this. So we want to keep it in this direction. I'm going to go ahead and glue this on. Oh, I'm going to have to switch over to my Stampin' Seal. My glue is running out. And I'm actually going to put this at the lower section, making sure that the 3 sides are even. Okay, so now I'm going to get out our dies. And we're going to decorate this. So I think these are a little bit too big. Let's go. Oh, I think I'm going to want this. Let's do a banner on here. Let's choose a cupcake. I think there's some cupcakes in here. Let's see here. Oh, I thought I had a cupcake left. A cupcake or 2, actually. Oh, here's one. Let me see if I can find one that's got blue, since I did that blue on the inside. Oh, I guess not. Oh, here we go. Okay, so I'm going to put this off to the side. Not you probably think that I would do it in the center. I'm going to cover that center up a little bit, but I want it attached to right here. And I'm going to show you why. So I am going to adhere this banner. Let's hope I get enough glue out of these. You'll notice I'm not putting any on that string across the top. I don't think it needs it. We're just going to put this across the top here. And this is going to be more of an adult card than a child card, the way I'm decorating it. We're going to put this flower up here. I'm going to use my Stampin' Dimensionals, just one right here. Let's pop that up right here. Whoops, in the center. Careful, Judy. Go, we're going to put that in the center here. Okay, so we have that. I have a piece of a little bit more than a ½ inch here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a little tag. Cut this off. I'm going to take my Pool Party Stampin' Write marker, and I am going to write the word pull. Just so that they know that they need to pull this. I'm going to trim that. I'm going to make a little tag out of it. Looks like a little tag. I'm going to adhere that to my little, my cupcake here. Add just a little bit of glue. You want to use a good glue because, you know, everybody's going to want to pull this thing just because it says pull. Okay, and we're going to attach that right here. So I am going to use a Stampin' Dimensional. I'm going to use a mini, 1 or 2, and put it right in the corner, right there. Let me see. And then I'm going to put one out just a little bit farther right here. Now remove that one before I remove the other one. Catch it there. And there we go. So what's going to happen is they're going to see this card and they're going to pull and it'll open up. And it'll open up to that happy birthday. Okay, let's put this all back down again. Isn't that just too darn cute? I just love this, and I understand why people love receiving these. Then we're going to go to the inside, and I forgot to cut a white mat for the inside. So we have to get some white cardstock here. And my paper trimmer. And that's about 4 3/4. So I'm going to do this 3 3/4. It's not going to be the whole inside. And so I don't have I did have my Stampin' Seal. I don't know where I put it. I'm going to put some glue on here. Be enough? Yeah. Oh, so Kathy said that she did some gardening this weekend. You know, I did too, actually. I did some gardening. I planted my tomato plants and got myself some Mother's Day plants for my sitting area and washed all the outside furniture this weekend. And my boys came over for Mother's Day and we celebrated Mother's Day here. And I got more plants. I got an orchid from my one son and daughter-in-law and grandchildren. And then the other son and his wife gave me a beautiful plant that's in a teapot. So I'm just going to I'm trying to grab a couple little, I'm just going to grab one here. Now we're just going to put this right in here. I want to decorate this a little bit on the inside. And I just got an idea. Well, put that down that way. I'm going to cut this at a diagonal, but I want to make sure that I pick one that doesn't have a whole cake on it. Well, I'll go at a diagonal here. Pick up that little bit of glue that I smeared on my mat. Don't have my silicone mat out here today. Shame on me. Okay, let's get this on here. We're going to put this down in this corner. Told you I'd find some uses for it. And we'll take this one and up in this corner like that. And then take this little flower and right up there. And I will put something on the inside later. But that is our Pinwheel surprise card today. And this opens up. And happy birthday. I hope you guys enjoyed this card today. And if you make it, please share it with us. You can post it right here on my page or send it to me and I will share it. I challenge you guys to make this. And I will have the measurements over there on my blog at judystamps.com. So until we meet again, everybody, happy stamping!